Hey, what up everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you. A little bit confusing. Yesterday was sunny as hell out here in Sacramento, California, and today it's a blue sky, but the clouds look like it's about to rain. Who knows how this video is going to show up on YouTube, but this morning, listening to the Wrestling Observer podcast, they were going over, this, that, and the other for what's going on for Mania, and they were asking questions about why Scott Hall was going into the Hall of Fame as Razor Ramon instead of going in there as Scott Hall, covering his entire WWE career, seeing how basically, he was at the biggest point of his career. He was wrestling under Scott Hall, in the days of WCW for the NWO, and then coming back to WWE in 2002 for the NWO reunion, and from then on out, he was just basically known as Scott Hall. Razor Ramon, he was a he was at the topper tier superstar, never really a big-time main eventer. Main evented that one pay-per-view with the Bret the Hitman Hart at the Royal Rumble, but that wasn't even the match that was supposed to go down at that pay-per-view. That was sort of like Razor filling in for, I can't remember who the fuck Bret was supposed to wrestle, but it was supposed to be somebody else. I just remember hearing that on the Bret Hart podcast from the Royal Rumble, the WrestleMania podcast. But somebody was asking the question, is it the reason that they're doing this is for Scott Hall and the NWO to go into the Hall of Fame next year? And basically, Dave said that the request has already been made. What's on the table is for The Rock. It's 100% in his hands if he wants to do it or not. But the person that WWE wants to be the headliner for next year's WrestleMania 31 in Santa Clara, California, is The Rock. And I thought, man, that is awesome. Everybody knows it's coming sooner than later. I mean, The Rock, one of the biggest WWE superstars of all time. I'm not 100% sure if I put him on my Mount Rushmore. But, I mean, there's nobody else that has came in and really transformed wrestling the way he did. I think that he's one of the guys that really put fan interaction back on the map. I just watched WrestleMania. I believe it was WrestleMania 13 with him and Shamrock. And just everything that he said, everybody in the whole crowd was just glued to everything that he was doing. I mean, like the whole Attitude Era, The Rock was the one sort of home-built star that WWE had, that they built up from developmental. He became the Intercontinental Champion. He had to overcome adversity from becoming this guy that Vince wanted to push as the mega super babyface in the mid-card, to the point where all the fans thought that he was just giving his push way too fast and without having to pay any dues, and everything turned into Die Rocky Die with him just coming back as a heel, joining the Nation of Domination, having the battles with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, all of those guys moving up to the main events. And then just really when WWE took their stride and overcame WCW, he was the guy that was really right there on top. And he was able to transform that, take it over into making $1 million movies. A lot of people throw dirt at that guy. And, during the times of, Rock versus Cena, I like to, kick some dirt in Rock's face just because I was on Team Cena for that whole deal, and I wanted to see John win, and it still makes me scratch my head a little bit. But at the end of the day, they got to have WrestleMania 28, 29. The Rock's really the guy that put WWE back on the map for, for all of pop culture, I guess you could say. It was WrestleMania 27, him just coming back as the guest host, really put WWE and WrestleMania back as a big time spectacle. I don't think that people had sort of forgotten about it, but got them back over 1 million buys. They got to go down there to Miami, have that big thing. That's one of the biggest things that I've ever been a part of. I'm very grateful, especially how much of an awesome seat I had there for you. With Santa Clara being so close to where I am, I think that a lot of people are saying that the WrestleMania Hall of Fame class for this year is one of the best they've ever had. I still don't think that you can top 21 with Hogan, Piper. You had Orndorff, you had Iron Sheik, a lot of big names in that group. That was a really, really good, main event class right there for you. I think this one's good. If you had to put it down for Hall of Fame that I would have rather attended, I much would have rather gone to 21 to see Hogan go in, maybe see 25 to see Stone Cold Steve Austin come in. But I'm still glad, I'm still grateful. It was hard to get tickets for this year's. I'm not sure if it's sold out or not, but as you can think of, The Rock as going in as the main eventer. I mean, I know they like to name that main event guy, but the day before tickets go on sale. But that's going to be a hard ticket to get. I'm not quite sure if they'll do it at the Shark Tank in San Jose. That's where I think they're going to do Monday Night Raw. And I know normally they'll like to do the Monday Night Raw and the Hall of Fame both in the same place, or what they'll do to fill it out. But that's going to be a hard ticket to get next year. Rock main eventing the Hall of Fame. That's fucking awesome. And just to see him come back, you know, people are already speculating what he's going to do for WrestleMania 31. Are we going to see that Rock versus Brock match? You know that Rock has to get that win back from Brock Lesnar from SummerSlam 2002. Maybe, you know, Rock versus Triple H, Rock versus, you know, somebody. Whoever it is going to be fucking awesome. That Hall of Fame speech that he did for his grandpa and he did for his dad back at WrestleMania 24. You know, he poked fun at Jericho for talking about beating him years before in 2002. Him and Stone Cold the same night. He made fun of a Santino Marella, who barely was even on the map. I think that gave Santino a huge rub to the wrestling fans to really catch on to what he was doing. But that's going to be fun. It's just hard to think about how hard those tickets are going to be to come by next year. You're going to have to jump on those fast and hard. And honestly, when it comes down to that pre-sale, just buy the first damn tickets that pop up on the screen, because you're just going to want to be in that building. And you're not going to want to be picky and choosy, or you're going to be the guy having to sit outside trying to scalp tickets with the scalpers out there. But Rock for Hall of Fame, damn good choice. And just makes me think what's it going to be like when we got guys like Triple H and Undertaker. Hell, one day Vince has got to go in there. So we'll figure that out as it comes. Peace out.